and you're very welcome to this video in our series on Unit 4 for Leaving Certificate Business. And in this video we're going to learn about how to calculate the net pay or the take-home pay for an employee. Now you would have looked at this before in Junior Cycle Business and both in Junior Cycle and Leaving Cert Maths. However, there is a few differences with the Leaving Cert Business course you need to be aware of. So let's just stuck into the sample question there, shall we? So we're told Mark McGuire is an employee at Hayes Engineering Limited and earns a gross annual salary of €78,000. This bit now is new, watch out for this. His employer provides him with a holiday voucher worth €2,000. This is treated as a benefit in kind for tax purposes and is taxed accordingly, so watch out for that. Next bit is kind of, we've seen it before, the standard rate band for a single taxpayer is €32,800. That basically, you might be more familiar with the standard rate cut-off point is another word for that. Pretty much that means earnings up to €32,800 are paid at the lower rate of tax, which in this case is 20%, and the rest is charged to the higher rate of tax, which in this case is 41%. We're told Mark has the following tax credits. Now, as before, you may just be given the tax credits as a total, and that's it. That's the person's tax credits. In this case, we're told there's several tax credits, so we're going to have to add them together. So the single person tax credit of $1,650, the PAYE tax credit of $1,650, and a rent tax credit of $320. We're then told about the universal social charge, which we're familiar with. So it's 2% on the first €10,036, 4% on the next €5,980, and 7% on the balance. You would have looked at that before. And lastly, Mark pays PRSI at 4% of his gross income. So the way we suggest you lay this out is in what we call a record book 2 style, where we've got the details on the left-hand side and your 3 money columns here as well. Now, I filled in the left-hand side already to speed the video along a bit. So, excuse me, just a general reminder about record book 2 is that the far right-hand column is where your main totals go, and if you're doing a little working on that, you do it in the next left column, and if you're doing a little working on that again, it goes into the next left column as well. So, let's start off then, okay, with the gross salary that we're told is €78,000 from the question. We got that up here. Okay, now, we're told about his benefit and his holiday voucher, which is treated as a benefit in kind, so we add that on to his salary. Okay, so we've now 78,000 and 2,000 here, which means he has a gross income of 80,000. So the bit that it says here, this is treated as a benefit in kind for tax purposes and taxed accordingly, that means it's added into the general amount that the person is taxed. So that means Mark is going to be taxed at a rate of €80,000. So now we go on to calculate his income tax. Okay, so we know the standard rate cut-off point is 32,800 given to us in the question, and that's charged at a rate of 20% here. So let's work out what 20% of 32,800 is. And we know we're going to do this in the middle column here because it's a bit of working because we're going to calculate a few bits. And that's going to be 6,560. The balance of his income is charged, the remainder is taxed at the higher rate of 41%. Well, I get out my calculator and I take €80,000 here that I've worked out away from my €32,800 there, and I'm going to get 47,200. So that's what's going to be taxed at 41%, and that works out to be €19,352. So now I've worked out my PAYE, I add them together, and I get what we call my gross PAYE. So that adds up to being €25,912. Now what I need to do is need to take away my tax credits. Now we're told Mark up here in the question has the following tax credits: a single person tax credit of $1,650, PAYE tax credit of $1,650, and a rent tax credit of $320. So I'm going to put them in here under each of the different headings there. So single person, PAYE, and rent there. So I'm going to put the 3 of them together, add them together, okay, and I'm going to get a total of €3,620. Okay. Now what I need to do is I need to work out what my net tax payable is. So I'm going to take the 25,912, the total amount of PAYE Mark should be paying. But a tax credit is a reduction on the amount of tax that has to be paid. So in other words, it's like the government giving you back money effectively. Okay, so I'm going to take the 2 of them away and get my net tax payable, which in this case is €22,292. Now the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to get my employer's PRSI. Okay, which we're told in the question up here, Mark pays employee PRSI at 4% of his gross income. So I'm going to get 4% of the €80,000 that we worked out here in the gross income, and that works out to be a total of €3,200. And that's all that's involved in that. The next step then is my universal social charge. Now we're told here up here in the question, universal social charge, is paid at 2% on the first 10,036, 4% on the next 5,980, and 7% on the balance. So let's put that into our calculations here. So I'm going to get 2% of 10,036, which works out to be €200.72. And then I'm going to get 4% of 5,980, so that's €239.20. I have to find the balance. How do I get the balance? Well, I add my 10,036 and 5,980 together, take it away from 80,000, and I'm going to get that figure there of 63,984. And that's going to be taxed at 7%, which works out to be €4,478.88. So I now total them together, and I get €4,918.80, and that's the total amount of USC that Mark has to pay. Now what I'm going to do is I need to find out what my total statutory deductions are. Okay, so in this case, we've got the PAYE payable, that's after you're taking the tax credits away, the PRSI and the USC. I add the three of them, and that's why I have A plus B plus C there. I've labelled them there A, B, C. So what I do when I've added them together, I'm going to get a total of €30,410.88. Now what do I need to do? I need to work out what the net pay is. So you need to take that away from the gross earnings there of 80,000. Okay, so I take the two of them away. I'm going to get a total of €47,589.20. So that is how much the net pay or the take-home pay for the year is for this employee. Now sometimes the question will ask you to find out what the take-home pay per month is. In which case, I take that figure and I divide it by 12. Okay, and that will give me a total of €3,965.77. If I was asked to find out the weekly, I would take that the 47,000 figure up here and divide that by 52 because there's 52 weeks in the year. So that brings us into this lesson. I hope you've found the video enjoyable. If you have any questions, ask below in the comments. And if not, why not give the video a like and please subscribe to the channel. Thanks very much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye now.